sorry. I was just changing a shadow quality setting, and then the game just went instant potato. I don't know what happened. Let's see how it looks in game. Very, very odd. Right. This tower is already a little bit weak, so they've got the net from the troll. There's the nightmare setup we talked about in the draft. Actually, big bounce from the Wrath of Nature coming through as well from the Prophet and Afterlife. He'll be sent to the Afterlife momentarily as NaVi going to posture up here aggressively underneath this tower. General does not have any treants. Actually, he spawned them earlier. So he does have them, and they should take this tower with ease. Meanwhile, Seneko going to get a little bit of time to soak mid lane. Dendi farming up the Ancients to ensure the Alchemist can't stack those. And now he's going to find Zayats as well. Doesn't have Incapacitating Bite, but does have Medallion already and had an Orb of Venom, which weren't for that Centaur Warstomp, that would have been a dead doom. Speaking of dead, though, Afterlife in trouble. He gets a big kill, however, on General before what may be his inevitable death. He does have the potential to TP out here with the Arcane Boots. Still pleases, but TP on cooldown, you know. Looks like it'll just be a matter of time before they get to him.
Where are you going?
Find him with the troll. Charm is there as well for the slow. Nice body locks coming out for General. So big kill for Afterlife to find, but he'll end up dropping for it. Yeah, he is completely pincered in by Dendi. That's gotta feel bad. Drop. So I mean, big kill for the Nyx Assassin. Finds, you know, himself a nice chunk of golden experience, but across the board, NaVi still. But regardless, they will drop. Dendi doing some scouting now mid lane where NaVi assembled, but it looks like they're with the Alpha Wolf thinking Roach. Stallion is there as well from Roger. They'll make quick work of the big boy. Again, you said there's not much for him to fear. I suppose with the Disruptor nearby, there is something general, though, in the enemy base. Did he get a courier? What did he do? What was he doing here? Alright, Unstable Concoction skilled up by G. And with the Thunder Strike, they, was that the other caster drawing that, or you? Oh, man. Afterlife stalking top lane. His Vendetta just expires though, but now they're going to throw out the Lance. They have the Diffusal Blade as well. Nature's Swiftness, or Nature's Attendance will be there, excuse me. And there is a defensive Nightmare from Seneko. It's actually going to pop it offensively onto the Nyx Assassin. Knowing that the PL attacks a little bit slowly. Now they'll jump forward with the Fiend's Grip and the Battle Trance. Bring down the Nyx. Doom in trouble as well. They need a bash, so get the Brain Sap instead. Now Aloha Dance, he's going to turn and run to the left, but he's got backup inbound. Unstable Concoction, Static Storm is there. Troll Warlord, he's going to fall as well. Dendi in this juncture is not nearly close enough to threaten structures. So a nice team fight sequence top lane for Vega. They're looking for Slayer though, General is, and he will find the Disruptor on the back end. So a little bit of a consolation prize for NaVi there. But overall, oh gee, bottom lane, this could be much more than a consolation prize as he drops solo to Dendi. And I would have said that Vega would be very happy with that sequence of events, but Dendi picking up the G Alchemist in the bottom lane. Certainly not ideal. fan favorite squad, and they will find it here momentarily if they check once again. While the PL showing under their ward top lane, Crystallized looking to find him. He's used his doppelganger here. They orchid him up, but he mantas it off. Now looking to get away, but they find the grip. This is a huge kill for them to find, and an opening for Roshan. Now they'll find the Doom as well. He's going to be sprouted up after the Nightmare. A couple of impetus strikes, and General's right clicks will finish him off. Dendi using the BKB there for good measure. But this will mean a couple of kills, as well as the Roche going the way of NaVi.
That took down old Roche. Immortality!
Jeez. Secured by Roger. General in trouble bottom lane. He's going to get glimpsed back and brought down. Trying to set up for his squad. He may have just given a little bit of an opening for Vega, excuse me, to respawn. Battle Fury pickup for Crystallized. That's one way to deal with the deal.
No breaking down the radiant structures like this.
NaVi splitting these lanes here. They get the tier 3 bottom. Meanwhile, Dendi working on top alongside Roger. They pop the battle trance, get the range racks bottom, and now the melee is in trouble too. G really selling out to find this kill on Dendi top lane and will get it. But again, it's a theme of the game thus far. NaVi, a hero for a building. And the courier, Seneko, gets his item delivered, but gets it killed off.
The Dire might want to mine their top tower.
And a very noble play from the Vayne. Slayer gets the glimpse back over top of the Static Storm for Roger. Roger's still running very quickly. Afterlife is there, though, with the Impale. And still a difficult kill for these heroes, as Roger will pop the cheese just to be a nuisance. Actually had the Hurricane Pike, but needed to wait for the kinetic. Will catch Seneko under the cover of snow. So, or the Vega scan, excuse me. Be playing rather risk-free up inside their base. Word was dropped. Sentry is going to catch it.
Where are you going?
How will that end with?
Radiant's mid tower.
Still an Aegis on Crystallized. That will expire in about a minute and 30 seconds. They make their way up to the high ground. Then you're going to pop the BKB. Grip is up on the Alchemist. They are able to glimpse back the Bane, and he's inside the Static Storm. He'll be the first to fall. Actually, General falls as well. Crystallized just trying to sell out on the buildings with his BKB. He will get the melee racks, but could be in trouble now as they respawn and shred through him. And meanwhile, Aloha Dance mid lane chasing out for Roger. Doesn't have any Diffusal Blade charges left. Roger going to force down to the low ground. Uses the Hurricane Pike to try and create some separation here. And Roger does have a gem, so certainly not an inconsequential kill for them to find. They will chase deep for it. And Dendi trying to work on the melee axe writ. Roger creating a lot of space here. Gets the shrine, will get glimpsed back, and another Hurricane Pike pop. But the Thunder Strike itself could finish him off. Dendi does not get the range racks mid. I thought he was hanging around here as the units go into base, but we'll think better of it.
The Dire might want to
so that's a big commitment from NaVi. They'll get one melee racks out of it when all is said and done. And they are going to find Crystallized. Once again, yeah, the mute, the AoE mute, keeping these heroes from being able to BKB and escape, and that is another big kill found. And the lane's in decent enough position with Aloha Dance pushing out bottom that they really aren't all that concerned of the threat of split push. They will make their way into the pit. Not the greatest Roche taking team. It is a level 3 Roche PL, notorious for being kind of crappy at Roche. But top lane, they get the Carapace off. General is able to get his BKB up, but doomed in the process, so unable to TP out. He'll be fucked. Glimpse back, BKB off cooldown, already used to secure the building. Dendi will die, and NaVi find themselves in a bit of a pickle here where the Aegis is in the... Well, I guess they didn't finish off Roche yet, but they're going to look to force these buybacks, it feels.
Almighty money. Haste! Roche just got stunned by the Radiant.
So Nako in trouble. He's going to get glimpsed back and unstable concoctions there. He does have buyback as well. It'll allow for the natural respawn of Crystallize. Meanwhile, bottom lane pushing in a bit. He will buy back the Bane now, see if that's enough to dissuade Vega from continuing forward. But Vega, undeterred, will press forward. 14 seconds until General is back. Dendi will buy out here, and that'll prompt the retreat from Vega, seeing that their tier 4s are being chipped away at by these creeps in base. Most of the intermediary structures taken out now, so those are pretty much completely exposed.
Radiant's top rags.
Top lane going for the melee racks. BKB's up. Oh, this is a very risky proposition. Did they get the disruptor there in time? He did not have the static.
The wages of invisibility
On the front foot.
A gift from the tempest with me.
Mid lane Brady did expend his buyback right before that Roche attempt last time. Now he's immediately back to base as General top lane with Crystallize, looking to backdoor these Raxes, and they were pretty damn close to doing so. They even get it done, but they may both fall for this, and already in towards the mid lane. Well, I mean, Aloha Dance was there, but he felt he needed to come back. Now they find a stomp with Zayach onto Roger. Roger, though, Sproink should be able to make his way away. They do have buybacks on those two cores. It is Megas. I guess certainly at this point, maybe tier 4 is important, but pretty big for NaVi to secure. General up in 40 seconds, has a buyback. Crystallize in 50. There. Life. And two boots, well, a teleport and boost crowd, but no wave pushed in right now.
Mid-rags is getting swamped.
They're going right into tier 4s. At least G is faking it, posturing up for it. And Taneko, he's just going to get dropped here. This is no buyback for the Bane. And still the core is holding on to these buybacks for the Prophet and the Goal Warlord. 7 seconds until they're up. This is going to be one tier 4 just completely forfeit here. Hex flies out, but the jump forward Doom is going to be thrown out onto the Nature's Prophet. He still does have buyback at this point, but he needs to do something before going down, and he effectively just feeds. Now the Static Storm is going to be on top of Crystallize. He's going to waste his first life as well. And now Dendi over by his lonesome in no man's land. Gets to pop the Shrine 4 now. Back into the fight is Crystallize. He's able to use his BKB, but he can't stick to a target just yet. He does find the Doom and bring him down. Hex is there onto the Alchemist with the Hurricane Pike. They're actually doing a good amount of damage with the Impetus Strikes, but the PL will be able to hop on top of the Enchantress, and Aloha Dance will pop the cheese, continue working into the Enchantress, bringing him down. They do get the Alchemist in the meantime, but that's a buyback now from Vega Squadron. Boots to travel 2, TP right on top of the PL, and back into the tier 4s they will go. Dendi, he's going to drop here. That's a dieback, and Vega looks like they'll take this to a deciding game 3. General with a last-ditch effort, going to try and make his way over to the Radiant side of the map, but still 2 tier 4s standing there. Seems like it'll be a bit too little too late for Prophet. As Afterlife even able to bring him down.
Dire's mid towers having technical difficulties.
And neither will these respawn timers. Buyback, only buyback available in the game currently is that of Sioma's Disruptor. They were rather conservative with the buybacks, and then their first 2 lives, each of them just trickled in kind of solo, and ended up dying.
Dire's mid tower won't last.
Units into the base, backdoor protection disabled.